Hey everyone, how's it going? Well, thought maybe we'd do some more practice for remote viewing, and this is not any kind of advice. These are just really for fun and games. Anyway, um, so stocks. Usually always pick stocks. It's fun for me. Anyway, pick something like I what do I know, right? I'm just learning this, so I'm probably way off. But if when I go to learn something, I like to find something in an area that I like. So I thought maybe I'd do stocks because that's something I have some passion for, and I have a lot of passion for cars. So I thought, well, maybe I'll do cars next. So if you find things, pets, animals, just things to do practice, right? Because then you get into it because it's something that you really like. So you're trying to combine them. Sometimes that helps with when you're doing some schooling or education, learning something. And what I'm learning, I do like and I enjoy it. But it just helps give me even more of that excitement. So you have to pick whatever it is you're into. If you're into something, try picking that. I like to use a website so that I can, because it's easier since it's just me, right? Where you guys have the video, you could watch someone's video. But when they give the coordinates, then I can say, okay, and this come up with what I have. And then I give my response, and then the website gives me a feedback with a score. So it tells me, and sometimes it gives me insights as to how I can improve. So it's just kind of a nice way of doing it. Anyway, just for fun, you guys. So this first one came up was 8290. 8290 dash RED. So 8290 dash RED. First coordinates. One thing I'm learning is when I'm coming up with this is to say, when with whatever you're getting, maybe say divine 8290-RED. If I explain this to me as if I was a child, how would I explain this to a child? And I'm new at this, so I think so far I'm done with that one. I don't know if you guys are done. I gotta put my information in, but I think so far, I mean, I don't know, I'm doing okay. But Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Because I am learning. So I learned that's really important for opening and closing. These are some tips, right? So when opening, I should be saying, now open myself to receive clear, truthful, and beneficial guidance from the divine. I invite only what is in alignment with my highest good and the highest good of all involved. Let my channel be clear, protected, and sacred. Thank you. And then you should also then, which I'll remind myself to do a closing, and you should always close it. I had learned recently that, if you don't close your channel, you actually can have stomach digestive issues, and there could be a lot of other things going on health-wise. Just little things, is what someone had mentioned. And then I was like, really? And I actually was experiencing some stuff that I was working on, and I went and did a clothes thing, and within like 2 days, like things just started disappearing, and I'm like, oh, okay, now I know. So I always forget to do that stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so I think the pretty recent one I really bombed, but like I usually get like I did one and I got like 100% pretty much. I mean, I was saying that I got a car and it was Ford, and some other stuff that I had gotten about it. And then I did one, but I only got like a 2.0 out of 10. I did not do good. So I got a 10, a 2.0, and then I got an 8.8 out of 10. And then I got a 9.5 out of 10. So, I don't know. If I had to guess, I'm probably, 75, 85%. Let's say 85% accuracy. So I don't know. Some people will say things, and I'll hear them and nothing ever. I mean, I had talked about the government. I didn't think the government was going to open. I really didn't. But there's so many moving parts, right? So that's the fluid thing of, even if you do tarot cards or you're getting a message, you could be getting the message, but things can change because there's so many people, right? Because we have that free will and things can change. If someone says, you are going to experience this, but then all of a sudden, whatever you make you realize it or something and you make a change, it changes everything. So they're only really seeing what's at that moment, but things can change is what I'm learning. If I'm wrong, you can make some comments, but this is what I'm learning, is that it changes. So, a lot of times someone says, hey, you're going to get some money. That's fine. But then if you start going out and doing all these crazy things and making decisions you wouldn't normally make because you think you're getting this job or you think you're getting this money, then you could be changing, right? And then you could not be getting it. So just things like that. We all have different. Anyway, you have to Google it or look it up, talk to someone, because this is not professional advice. Okay. So let's get back to this and let me go do my scoring. Hopefully you guys are done with the first one. 8290, 8290 RED. My session was okay, guys. So, like I said, who knows? I got that 2.0 brought me down to earth. That I'm like, I'm not. Some of these, I guess, just how you're feeling, right? And so, some of these, if I get, like, I got that one score, it was 2.0. It was on the Neo one, electric cars, and I was way off. I mean, I like way off, I think. So then I just like quit for the day, or at least quit for a few hours. I mean, sometimes you just gotta kind of, if maybe you're thinking about something, you got something going on, and you just gotta kind of let things go. But I know, like the one where I got the paper, it was, I think it was international paper, yeah. But the Neo one, yeah, I got like happy, which maybe driving electric cars, right? It is happy. It's fun driving those electric cars. So that, I guess that's right. But I got pills and pharmacy. And it ended up being Neo, the EV car stock. And it was like, I was so off. Oh my gosh. So those things happen. That was my first one. I'm sure I'm going to have a lot more as I'm learning all this, but we'll see how this all goes. Okay, so this one here, I'm not sure what you guys got, but I just kind of go with it. It is what it is. Like being in school, when you get an F, you get an F, right? Who cares? So it's how you continue learning and pick yourself back up. So this 8290 RED, I don't know what you guys were getting, but for some reason I was getting like hamburger. I had said if it was food, no, but then I'm getting restaurant, Big Mac, McDonald's, go eat and fast food. I don't know what that was about. That was just really kind of weird. So the actual stock target for 8290 RED, okay, McDonald's, MCD, what do you know? MCD, what do you know? So I theme accuracy, I nailed it. It was fast food branding, McDonald's reference. Symbolic detail, 4 out of 5. Big Mac, restaurant, and go eat were very on brand. Emotional, intuitive feel, 4 out of 5. You captured intuitive to consumer, which matches fast food energy. Word, image, flow. See, I only got 3 out of 5. I had gotten kind of like an image, but I kept coming up with these colors, and then I would like change, but then I felt like the colors that I was getting were more like I was getting yellow, but I was like feeling like I was just pushing that and making up my own yellow. But it kind of makes sense, right? Because doesn't McDonald's, like he doesn't he have like a lot of yellow or something? I don't know. But this here, my word image flow was 3 out of 5. Mostly word based with flashes of concept, no deep visuals, but strong knowing. Yes, I think my visuals weren't really probably good. My total score was 16 out of 20. So it was a high accuracy. So that's good. I'll write this down, 16 out of 20. I was like, when I thought McDonald's, I'm like, man, I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get another one that's going to bomb. Oh my goodness. Oh, so I think a recommendation that this website's giving is for me to try the visual to get better visuals and say, I allow the energy to speak to me in shapes, colors, and motion. So that's what we need to do. So this next one is coordinates. Oh, hopefully you guys did good. I hope you guys got McDonald's. So this next one is coordinates 4646 blue, BLUE. 4646 blue. Okay. Okay, see what you guys got. I'll give you guys a couple more seconds while I do this in. Put this in for. So hopefully you guys have got something down here. Okay, so let's this next one. So let me write this down. Okay, you guys. So we're just gonna do this one here, and then we'll be done. I know we're at like 19 minutes. Okay, so this was for 4646-BLUE. So here's what I got, you guys. I kind of got a little bit of the picture, and I'm not typing in the website about my pictures because it's still, you guys get the images? Because like I'll get a little bit of an image. Well, I'll go through and do this. So I got track, kind of like a race car track, like a race car, racer. And then I got, when I said racer, it was funny. See, I got this earpiece. I forgot to take it out because I was talking with somebody with my phone. But anyway, so I got a notification. It went beep beep when I thought racer. So I was like, okay, confirmation beep, right? But I got racer. I got tech. I asked, is this tech related? I got no. I asked if this was auto parts. Yes. Then I said, is this play cars? And so I asked, I said, please send me an image. What image? And I got like a kid or like me, like when I would play with cars, right? And so I'm like, okay, play cars. And I said color, and it came back with blue. But it was interesting because our coordinates is 4646 blue. So I thought, well, maybe that's just, me coming up with that. Whoops, sorry for hitting the microphone. So I got play cars. So I'm like, okay, is this a toy company? Yes, I got toy company. For some reason, I thought Hasbro, and it came back with, it was interesting with my Hasbro, right? Because I forced it, I think, because it came back with yes. And then I said, is it really Hasbro? And it was like, no. And then it was like, yes. And then I'm like, what's up with this Hasbro? And then Mattel came in. And then I was like, was this metal or is this Mattel? And I'm like, oh, Mattel, right? The toy company, right? Mattel. So that's what I got. So now let's go see what our scoring is. So I put all that into the website, and it came back as actual stock target for 4646 blue was ticker symbol MAT, M-A-T, for Mattel, a major toy company, owner of Hot Wheels. There you go, Matchbox cars, Barbie, and more. The target was seeded with blue to cue the Hot Wheels brand. I wasn't getting the blue as the branding, anyways, which is famously blue and red. It is, but I just was getting blue. I wasn't getting any other package. So it's kind of weird. So scoring, the theme accuracy was 5 out of 5. Awesome. Play Cars, Toy Company, and Track. Those were direct with Hot Wheels. Symbolic Detail, 4 out of 5. Racer, Auto Parts, and Mattel tie in well. Nice transition concept. Emotional, Intuitive Feel, 4 out of 5. You felt the emotion, playfulness, and materials involved. Yes, I did. Word image. I got to work on that image flow. How about you guys? 4 out of 5. This session had strong narrative feel. You were in the energy in the target zone. So the total score was 17 out of 20, which is pretty cool. The ear ping, clarident confirmation. I'm not saying that word right, am I? The notification in your ear is what we call clarident. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Hit. Often expressed as a subtle tone or frequency shift, a buzz or ring. The moment was like your spirit team or higher self confirming your accuracy. You're showing clear psychic channels. Cool. So I think that should do it for the day. And I think before we go, let's do this close, right? Because I don't usually, I got to remember to do this stuff. This is all about learning, you guys. This is not financial advice. This is just me recording my learning journey. I probably not a lot. I mean, I guess I see some psychic and tarot readers and stuff. A lot of them just come out. It seems like it's interesting because I get sometimes worried about what people think, and so then I have not done a live yet. I'm going to start doing live here soon on TikTok. But it's interesting, they'll go live first, but you don't see any of them really doing stuff, probably because they're worried about videos showing that they're wrong. And that's strange that I'm like backwards. Like I could, like the whole thing about the government opening, right? I was like so wrong. I was so off, but that's okay for me. I'm human and I'm learning the gifts. It's like a muscle, and I'm working out, and I don't care whether you guys see it, whether I mess up or not, which is weird. But yet, I have this thing about going live. I gotta break that before it's November 24th. Hoping Thanksgiving to go live, but um, anyways, that's just some personal insight about me. But I'll probably just at first do a bunch of free stuff, give some free readings and stuff for people. Um, I could charge and make some money, but I'm still really learning. So I don't feel that I'm in that stage yet. I feel when I feel like I'm in that stage, then, I'll do what's appropriate. But right now, I'm just really wanting to build these muscles up for the intuitiveness. Okay, so our closing. We already did our opening statement. So here's our which was late, but we did it. Closing, you guys. It's important to make sure you close your channels. So close. Now close this channel with gratitude. May any lingering energies or impressions return to their rightful place. My energy is mine. My field is sealed. The session complete. Thank you. It's important, you guys, to do that. I learned that the hard way. I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving if we don't see each other or talk to each other. You guys have a great day. And thanks for hanging out with me for the last 25 minutes.